As you can see, we're starting the third turn. This is when the armies have now started to get deployed because the blocks have moved into sighting range. As you can see, the players are popping down their divisional commands. The Allies are on the far right side of the table. These blocks behind are still additional forces to come on the board. The French and their allies are on the left side of the table.
What?
All right, end of the third turn, or the first hour of the game. As you see, the armies are now being pretty much fully deployed, at least the front ranks. On this side, on the near side, is the Allied, which will be English, Russian, and Austrians. English are on the left flank, across towards the middle. We got some additional blocks there showing for additional forces to arrive. Russians are holding down the middle. And we have the Austrians on the right in their nice stately columns. On the far side, we have the Duchy of Warsaw Poles on the French left. Veteran French 1806 army in the sort of left center. Beefed up with the the Kingdom of Holland in the middle. And then on the far side, still wandering on the field, looking for the wine cart, is the Italians, northern Italy. So this ends the first turn. The first hour. End of the second hour. We have the Duchy of Warsaw with the French allies on the right, advancing against the Austrians in the distance. As you can see, we're all fighting over this hill, the castle. Got the windmill here from Tim with his Russians, faced off against the Duchy or the Kingdom of Holland. Always in white.
Not too bad, Daniel.
Yeah. I thought it'd be a little worse.
And then over here we've got another veteran French corps fighting against English Portuguese combination. Got some Portuguese cavalry here lining up for a charge against the massing hordes of Italians here coming down off the hill, facing off against the English in the distance here. Just as a quick note, each figure on this table is 100 men. So this is the end of the second hour. We have hands going on the table. All right, it's high noon here, end of the third hour of gameplay. The Austrians and the Duchy of Warsaw are banging away here on the hedge and the walls.
I just ordered what you ordered.
Huh?
Here they got the Russians.
I said, here's $10 more, double that.
Bring up their defense.
Don't want to get
The Kingdom of Holland still advancing. So this is the right and right center game. And coming back onto the English front. The English are holding their line but begrudgingly pushing back. We had the English cavalry fight on the far left fight. Didn't go too well for them, but they're still around, like all good English cavalry. Italian cavalry's been broken up, but they pushed them back. As the Italian infantry is still pushing forward.
No, it just fired, and his cavalry only moved 4 inches, so he did pretty well.
Get the big scape here. This is no small table here. 20 plus feet, 6 wide, 11 game players.
Man, why do I get sick?
I still had 2 charges here too, but that's...
All right, it's the end of game here. We're going into the end of the fourth hour, the third hour. It's the end of the game. The Austrians are still holding their flank quite securely, as we see. Lots of Austrians in columns and that looking. The Duchy of Warsaw is holding opposite in front. French have been chopped up a bit here. We've just had a big cavalry fight with the Austrian cuirassier, which is coming back after beating up some French cavalry and running over some French squares or columns of infantry. So there's a big void there. Kingdom of Holland still holding the center, but as you can see, there's some blocks back there. That's a French cuirassier division and another veteran infantry division. They're going to come and fight through this little gap here, hopefully, which will cause these Russians down here in the foreground a little bit of difficulty. Off the board here, just off the edge here, is a
When you reach 40s.
Allied Dutch-Belgian corps coming on, but they're going to arrive late. Portuguese, English got their lines formed up against the veteran French, but as you can see, the French have got their artillery well deployed, so they're just shelling. Over here, the British are retiring from the field because the Italians have pushed them basically off the table. There's remnants on the foreground here, some of it's already retired.
Waited too long. Waited too long.
We got the Italian cavalry facing off.
Lost like 3 batteries.
Italian line divisions are a bit chopped up. There are 20 going on 41 of them. But the Italian guard and the last of the Italian line, as you can see, is ready to assault the walls here. We expect to go over with a grand style. Not to include the large Italian battery of artillery. I think there's 50 odd guns there. They're just, as you can see, making a vacant hole here in front. So that concludes the game.
Where'd all those guys come?
The big view.
We crafted them out of the vineyards.
Side discussions going on. Always happens in our games.
I've got 2 cord guns, and then I have 2, 8 and a 4 that was with that.
So that concludes the summary of the game.